And we're back with another episode of Spyro. So, since last...
We were talking about Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, and...
not Wile E. Coyote, but his cousin, Sheep Raider. What's another, like, classic PS1 game that people possibly have never heard of that they should actually play? And let me make this more simplified to make it more trickier. Or not simplified, but let me make it more trickier for you. It must be rated E.
Is it? I don't think. No, I don't think that's. I don't think. I'm thinking of one right now, but I don't think it is rated E. And I'm thinking of Oddworld.
Oddworld Z.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it does have a dark.
Has very dark tones to it.
And okay, if you
that's what a lot of people love it for.
Some people don't even know what Oddworld is.
Well, yeah, if you didn't come off of PlayStation 1, you don't know what Oddworld is, okay? Back in our time, there's this very dark game called Oddworld, and it basically revolves around this world of weird creatures that are being forced to turn other creatures into meat or soda.
Actually, okay, yeah, it's like, yeah, they're trying.
It's one of the two. It's either.
I think it's meat.
I think it's food and soda. It's everything. Like they turn it into stuff to eat. And there's higher up business people who are like conglomerate, like businessmen, who own their own companies,
and like
that are forcing all these people
and killing the other races for their products.
Yeah,
for their race.
It's like it focuses on how corrupt
society is.
Yeah, I wouldn't say society, but
business,
the business and everything, and how the economic kind of side of everything, because it deals with slavery, it deals with business and how they use whatever they can to get to what they need, how they create their products is inhumane, and it's like you play as a worker trying to be free from being a slave and revolting against the higher ups, and it's a classic. It is a really big classic game for PlayStation 1, and it got a new a new title last year called Oddworld New and Tasty, which is a continuation of the series for PS4. Now, here's the thing about it. There's a website called Limited Run Games that basically sells your indie games for limited run for a certain time span. And I was telling Trevor about this because he really loves indie games, and
yeah, I'm a big.
It's like
I'm a big
let me
fan
take a sip of my coffee.
But yeah, we're going to this one world. I didn't know what the world was. Oh, Clifftown.
I think this might have been the level that froze on me.
Really?
Yeah, on my old copy.
I mean,
I could never play it.
Okay, if this does happen in the future, if the audio gets fucked up on this, please forgive it. It's my disc that I have because I'm running on a solid copy of this game right now.
Yeah.
So if you hear any audio, it's like only a certain time and it'll stop, and I found that out. So if you hear that, guys, I'm sorry.
You just got to deal with it.
Yeah, it's just my shitty disc.
Now, hopefully, I wiped it up before I stuck it in, so hopefully that might change a few things.
Yeah.
But what I was getting at with Limited Run Games, I told Trevor about it. I sent him a link, and I was like, okay, he's going to check this out. He's going to be hyped. He's going to text me back. No, never checks it out. And I'm like, you're missing out, man. And then I pulled it up for him just yesterday, and I was like... The
problem was, on my phone, though, it didn't show very many games, and I was kind of sad.
Oh, no, it shows what they were selling at the time.
I missed.
It only shows...
How did I miss?
You have to look into their the full history games, and then it'll start showing it. But yeah, you have to go through like link after link to get to like see what all of the games they're making. But they show like the games that they're selling for the month, and by limited time and limited run.
Yeah,
it literally means limited time and limited run. You get an email if you create an email account for it. And there's an hour in the morning and an hour in the afternoon, and if you don't buy a game within that hour span, or one of those hour spans, you can't get a copy. In certain games, you can only buy one copy. You're not allowed to buy more than one copy. So, and they're just hard copies of your good old-fashioned indie games. And one of them, which was, at the time when I linked it to Trevor, it was during the time where they brought Oddworld New and Tasty. So I thought that would tick for him. I thought he would jump on that and get himself an indie copy of that, since he was like...
I am, like...
Well, I don't... Like, yeah, you talked about, like, I was trying to talk to you about it. And
damn it.
I don't think y'all really got into it until you played a demo version on my PS3, and I don't remember when that was. When did you and Matt play a demo version of it on the PS3?
That was a month back, I believe, because I know it was before MagFest.
Okay, then that must have been then I must have sent you the link because of that. Because, one day y'all came to like, hey, why can't we play the rest of this game? I'm like, what are you talking about? I have the whole game. Like, I literally thought I had it because of PlayStation Plus, but I guess, like, I don't know, maybe because I haven't renewed my PlayStation Plus, it only gives you a demo version of it. Maybe that might have been it, but who knows. And it's a very interesting title, and that's one thing I liked about limited run games, is being able to have an indie game and get a limited title. And you said you saw a Shantae copy
at a GameStop for $20. No, not $20, but I mean it was a $60 game, of course. But it's like, I love Shantae.
Well, here's the thing about it. Shantae never got a hard copy unless it was through limited run games. So the person that must have been a used copy from a limited runs game, because that's the only that I could have, unless there's an actual hard copy that was released for Shantae, which that I didn't know about, because I didn't even know what Shantae was until I heard about this website.
Oh yeah, I think I gotta get the key for that. I believe, is that the key?
Yeah, it's a key if you can get your camera around. Try the other way.
Yeah.
Try.
I forgot they're inverted.
No, I don't know how you.
I'll come back to that later. I'll probably forget about it because we're not doing 100%.
Yeah, we're just trying to go through the levels and just have a chill time. Now, like I said, I didn't know anything about Shantae. Come find out, it's a PlayStation 1 or a SNES game, one of the two. I think the earliest version was SNES. I think it was Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I think it was Sega Genesis.
And then there is one for PlayStation 1.
And it's like then
they became downloads. You could download them. But then the thing about it is they sold copies of the limited run games that I wish I could have got to you in time on it, but I didn't know anything about the website until then.
And you kind of felt like, I'm sad now.
I'm like, yeah, and right now they're not popping out really interesting indie titles to me, or I don't know about you. I don't know what indie titles you per se are interested in.
Wait a minute, what's down there? Wait a minute, I want to go back. No.
Because you said you loved top-down clickers, so I was like, you know what? If they came out with a Bastion copy, I would hit that up, because that game deserves a hard copy. I love Bastion, and I need to play that more.
Yeah,
Bastion. It originated on the Xbox Live for Xbox One. It was one of the big indie games that was coming out at the time for it, and then it got moved over to PC, and it runs really well, and the game is just wonderful. And you got this cool narrator, and you get cool different weapons. You get a melee weapon and a ranged weapon, and it just works really well. And I love the game.
Yeah.
Which I was like, I need to show Trevor at some time.
The game.
Because I don't think I ever showed it to you.
No, you did. You have not. And the game that
you got that indie game.
Well, the game that we're talking about that I'm playing is Stories: Path of Destinies.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it.
And see, that's the reason why I was like, oh, if Trevor likes that, then yeah, I'll hook him up with Bastion. Bastion's like just like that, except like, I think Stories focuses more on combos.
Yeah,
correct. But Bastion, you would love the artwork and the voice acting.
Yeah,
it's really phenomenal. About everything.
I knew something was back here.
I'm trying to like get my thoughts collected because I'm trying to think of more to talk about. It's kind of hard when you do like 8 games and then you're like, what can I think about more? Because you
can't
it's basically yeah, you can't think about shit if you like do constant gamings, but it helps to kind of work on it because every time you come back you realize like, oh, I can commentate longer than I did before. And I feel like this is really good prep if we ever did a stream, because then we can keep commentating, we can enjoy it, we can relax, and maybe one day we'll have one of our Midnight Taco runs in the middle of a stream.
I really want to do it again one day.
What, the Midnight Taco run?
Yeah. I think there's not very much left here in this world, so...
Yeah, I haven't had a, what do I always eat?
Crunch Wrap?
Crunch Wrap, man. I remember, you're like, Crunch Wrap? And that's like, what? We're just gonna get tacos. I'm like... You have not lived until you had a Crunch Wrap.
Then I had one.
You've been to Taco Bell, but you never had the fucking Crunch Wrap. This is bullshit. I'm getting y'all Crunch Wraps.
Oh, you motherfucker.
The first time I bought rounds for them for Crunch Wraps, and they were delicious. And then they did a limited time running of crunch wraps and like special crunch wraps. I think it was like a double crunch wrap, and then
It's like yeah, crunch wrap with
I missed out on it.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna continue on next time with more Spyro with his nasally voice.
Until he gets that nice, sexy voice in the second
Elijah
game.
Wood.
No,
you mean
no,
that one?
that's the very end of the Spyro era that we knew for the PS2. I'm talking
Isn't
about
David Spade that one comedian who does those Adam Sandler movies? He has like blonde hair.
yeah, he does about that. You don't just get Elijah Wood for Spyro, you actually get David Spade as Sparks, and I don't know why they made him talk. For the love of God, I don't know why. I'm sorry that we're trying to end this episode, but now you got me talking about that. Thank you.
Don't worry, we got it.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it here.
What we have to do the next time we record an episode, and hopefully you'll enjoy this series, and hopefully you're liking it. And if you want to see more, tell your friends.
Tell us about
Get
us.
more like fucking. Get us known. Get subscribers. If you enjoy this
Comment
shit,
on us,
let
guys.
other people enjoy this shit. Why you gotta spoil it, man? Why you gotta be so, what's the word? Greedy. Why you gotta be greedy? We're not meant just for you. We're meant for everyone. Bye, everyone. Bye. I'm rambling.
Okay,
this
guys.
coffee is fucking with me.
Like, subscribe to the video, add a comment if you want to know more. Like, tell us, guys. We love comments.
Yeah.
And we'll tune in for another episode of Spyro when we can. Bye, everybody.
Bye.